Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is another bag dump video. So I'm fully set up for a full day of fishing and hiking and exploring tomorrow. And I've got the Zimmerbuilt PocketWater pack with the SplitShot strap packs. And I'll just show you every single thing that I'm bringing tomorrow on tomorrow's adventure. So first off, my net. It's got a magnetic clasp up here on top so it hangs behind me and I can reach the handle with my left hand. Pull it off, net a fish, got a tether on it here, attached to the pack. This pack is really nice. It has a lot of tie-out points. It has strips of webbing around here and also around the top. So there you go. That's the net. Then the outside has 3 big pockets. And what I've got here on the outside is my drone for filming. And then I've also got a little fanny pack full of other filming accessories. So camera, neck strap, audio recorder, all that's in there until I get on stream. Then I got some snacks in this pocket, just some bars and stuff in case I get hungry. And in the bottom, I've got a Patagonia wind shirt, just an extra layer. It repels light rain, but it's really more for warmth or wind. So that can stay in there. On this side, I've got a little tripod selfie stick that I use for the underwater camera when I put it in pools. It extends, it also can become a tripod. It's a Insta360 product, and it's in this Zimmerbuilt, it's not the quiver, I forget what this one is called, Quick Draw, I think. So this is meant for a tenkara rod, but I use it for this so I can have this just hanging from my belt and use it whenever I need to. I love Zimmerbuilt products. As you can see, I've got a lot of them. So what else do I have out here? I'm going for a full day, so I'm bringing a water filter. This is a CNOC water bag with a Katadyn bee-free filter on it, so it's just a squeeze filter. I also do use water treatment drops because I don't want a chance of getting any viruses. So those two things together work great. Then on the other side pocket, right now I've got stored my trekking poles as well as 4 tenkara rods. And I've got a little bear bell here. People have pointed out that bear bells do nothing, but it's also a fashion accessory. So here, again, this is great web strap here that's got tie-out points all over the place. And then he puts these little elastics on so you can put tenkara rods in there with a little tightener. So you can have tenkara rods pretty much anywhere here. And then you can hook stuff on this entire length, which is great. So I've got these 2 trekking poles, just using an elastic bongo tie. Because the provided elastic straps couldn't quite make it around the trekking poles, but I'll hike in with these, I'll hike out with them, and I'll usually use one of them on stream as well. Then I've got 2 Zimmerbuilt quivers. I got a 400 rod here that's in the tenkara rod pocket right there, but you can also put tenkara rods just in the main pocket. So I've got 2 320 rods in this quiver, and then I've got the Kokoro 360 that I'm going to plan to fish on right here accessible. So the 320s are like other rods I wanted to test, and the 400 is if it opens up a little wider than I think it will be. Let's rotate around to the front or the back. I'm not sure. So these are the SplitShot strap packs that are optional when you purchase the PocketWater pack. You can also get them by themselves, and there's a harness, so you can use just these straps with a harness on the back that has a little tether for your net too. It's really nice. But I love, love, love these strap packs. I like that there are 2 and I can still see my feet in between them. I don't like chest packs that hang in the middle. I like that there's a space. Also, I put my point of view camera right here. So these are awesome. What else do I have on the outside here? I've got a walkie-talkie because I'm going with a friend and he's got one too. Then I've got the hose that goes to my water bladder. It's gonna be hot tomorrow, so I wanna make sure I'm drinking enough. Then right here, I've got another bongo tie. And down here, I've got a red bongo tie. And what this is for is I can put a tenkara rod, put the handle in here and the top in here. When I'm not using it, I don't have to go in my backpack to put it away. I can just stow it right there and then keep walking. Or if I want to fish 2 different rods, a short rod and a long rod, if I get to a bigger pool, I can keep one rod stowed right here, and then I can keep one rod in my hand. I'm working with Chris to see if we can find a more permanent solution. I know he offers these packs now with a little mesh pocket here that you could put a tenkara rod in, but some kind of clip up top would also be nice. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. These are fantastic. So what do I have in here? This is where I have tether for my phone. This unclips and you slide it into the phone case and it sticks out the power port. Then when you put the phone case on, it's secure. So I put my phone here, and if it falls out, hopefully this saves it from the drink. Then what else do I have in here? Got my fly box, wooden fly box from a guy on Etsy who has a CNC router. He makes them, fantastic. Then I've got tippet, some spare line holders. I got a dragon tail line holder and some other, what is dragon tail called? Or other line winders. Line keepers, double banded ultimate line keepers. These are my favorites. I like these. So keep those in there too. Tippet, and then I've got line spools, and I can fit 3 of these along the bottom there, 1, 2, 3. And I've got my lines organized by length on spools. So this is 250 and 275, then it'll be 300, 325, 350, 375. So those are all the lines I could possibly want tomorrow. I'll often take fewer spools than that if I know where I'm going and I know what the size of the water is. But those 3 fit perfectly in there. And then my fly box goes on top. There's also some nice attachment points right here on this pack. The pack attaches with 2 straps across the chest here. And I just got this. It's a little monocular, because often if I'm wildlife sighting, this is, what is this called? The Roxant Viper on just on Amazon. I think it was like 25 bucks. But I'm gonna try that out tomorrow. I like being able to see wildlife, or even maybe sighting fish in a pool far away. Let's see what's on the other side. The other side, I've got a lot of stuff hanging. So I've got nippers in here. These are dragon tail nippers. Got a catch 'em release tool to take the hook out of the fish on a little stretchy zinger. And then I've got hemostats if I need those. I don't like stuff jangling off, so I like to have it all tucked in the front there. Let's open this up and see. This is my audio recorder with the mic. Then I've got thermometer from ThermoWorks. This is the Dash Mini. You can take the temperature of the stream. Got the Benchmade mini bug out pocket knife. Love that thing. I've got gloves that I wear for the sun. These are called palm free, and it has an open palm, so you're not touching the fish with fabric, and they save your hands from the sun. Then also in here, I've got spare batteries for my camera. You can see the inside pockets are green, which is nice. It makes it easier to find stuff. And then I've got a little filter holder for the polarizer filter that I use on the camera. So that's this side. And I love the fact that I can access all that stuff without taking my pack off, just from the front while I'm walking, while I'm fishing. Then there's also, these are optional there's an optional hip belt with this pack, and these are optional hip belt pouches, but I love them. In here I've got sunscreen and mosquito repellent, or bug stuff, you know, black flies or whatever. This is repackaged picaridin. It's from Sawyer, and a little tiny spray bottle from Lightsmith. They make ultralight gear for backpacking. Then over on this pouch, I've got snack and lip balm. So I love having quick access to those things, and none of that stuff is really gonna get hurt if it gets wet. All the stuff that I want to really not get hurt when it gets wet is up by my chest and my face, because that's the least likely if I fall in the stream to get wet. That's why I love these things. I can put my electronics in here, put my batteries in here, and even if I fall in the creek, that's the least likely place to get saturated with water. So let's go and dive into the inside. So this pack is deceptively big. It is a large pack, and it is also very light. This is an extremely lightweight backpack. So in the top, I've got 2 noodles, one for me, one for my friend. We're gonna have these stream side. This is a poop kit, trowel, hand soap, some toilet paper, just in case, you never know. Better to have that and not need it than the reverse. Then I've got bladder, 1 liter of water, and I can refill that like you saw from the filter and also from the water treatment that I'll show you in a sec. Got a little stove. This is a Tote's titanium pot. I think it's a 750. There's a little heat sensitive sticker on top, which is really cool because you can see when the water's about to boil and it doesn't boil over. This is also from Lightsmith, this sort of bungee here. Inside I've got a little bandana that holds the Soto Windmaster stove. This is my favorite stove, and I've had a lot of stoves. This goes on the top. little lighter, but this one actually has a lighter built in. So that lighter is just in case. A lot of times at high altitudes, those piezoelectric things don't function 100%. So where we're going tomorrow is not high altitude. It's only about 3,000 feet, but I just keep it in there all the time. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, another pouch with some other accessories in it. This is a Gossamer Gear strap pouch. You can attach it to a backpack strap. I used to use these before I got the SplitShot packs from Zimmerbuilt. This is my satellite communicator in case there's an emergency. Got a wife and kids, and they often want to be able to communicate with me, so I always take this. You can leave it on and attach to the outside of your pack, and then it'll actually ping you if you get a message from whoever. Then in here, I've got some other stuff. I got another thing of mosquito repellent and some duct tape. And then for lunch, I've got these Montbell chopsticks. They unscrew, and then there's wooden tips, which is nicer to eat than metal. So really cool chopsticks if you're having noodles on stream. And then also for these exact things, there is a attachment that is a spoon and a fork. And you can screw that right in as well. So I've got that in a little pouch from C-Tug, which is chicken tramper gear. But you can see this, the fork and the spoon can actually screw right onto the chopsticks. So utensils. And then this little pouch carries my fishing license, my driver's license, credit card, and then I will also carry water treatment. So this is Aquamira water treatment drops. You mix 7 drops of each in this little cup. It makes a chlorine solution, kills everything in your water. I always use that because it's just not worth the risk of getting a virus and having Giardia and making frequent trips to the bathroom for months. What else we got? This is a dry bag. It's a little dry bag from Sea to Summit. And in there I've got the remote for the drone. You can fly the drone without the remote with your phone, but it's got a lot more functionality with the remote. In here, there's a 10,000 milliamp battery backup from Nightcore and a little backup so I can charge my phone or other things if I get into an emergency. Then I've got a little emergency kit here with everything you could need. It's got a headlamp in case you get stuck out after dark, which has happened a bunch. I definitely recommend always bringing a headlamp. Inhaler, because I'm an asthmatic, all kinds of meds, anti-diarrheal, a little notebook, some mosquito repellent, a little lighter, some bandage, some gauze, some Band-Aids, N95 mask. Even before the pandemic, I always brought that because in the Southwest where I live, you never know when a wildfire just pops up, and N95 mask will filter most of the wildfire smoke out, which is really, really nice. So this is a dry bag because if I do go in the drink, that's stuff that I really don't want to get wet. Then I've got just an accessory strap. This is just a red strap, and so if I need to lash anything on the pack, like I said, it has tie-out points on both sides. So if I needed to lash anything on the outside, I could just loop this around and have a lot more carrying capacity on the pack. This is the gas for the stove. And it looks like that's it for the inside. And then I'm testing this. This is just a little tiny piece of 1/8 inch foam. And I folded it in half and basically made like a back pad. There's no padding in the back of this backpack, which is usually not a problem, but when I'm carrying stuff like the stove and stuff with sharp edges, I wonder if it's gonna help and I'm gonna feel less stuff poking through. It just depends. I'm gonna try it out. Anyway, I think that is the entire loadout of the pack. So far, I just love this Zimmerbuilt PocketWater pack. I love that it works seamlessly. You know, the straps are the front packs. It's just an exceptional system, and it's very lightweight, and it carries everything that I need. I sort of kitted this out with every option, so I've got the belt pouches here. I've also got the extra tenkara rod tubes here. But so far, I am very, very impressed with this pack, as I have been with everything else I've gotten from Zimmerbuilt. So 2 thumbs up for him. Wish me luck tomorrow on stream, and I will see you in the next one.